My name is Coach Robinson, Missouri Baptist University. I'm the assistant coach there for the men's and the women's program. My college career consisted of wrestling at University of Central Oklahoma, where I was an All-American in 2008, part of a national championship team. So I see how hard work pays off, basically my story about women's wrestling is that this is a huge impact on the culture today. It's different, but different is good. Different is stepping out of your element, open-mindedness, doing something that could really impact the future. And women's wrestling for me, when I came to Missouri Baptist University, knew nothing about women's wrestling. All I knew is freestyle. I was a two-time All-American at Fargo. I knew freestyle well. And then when I came to Missouri Baptist, there was a lot of changing. I had the men's program, which wrestles collegiate, and I had the women's program that wrestles freestyle. And so the first year that I was there, we had 5 girls on our team, and we had 1 All-American that year, and it was a rough year. And I looked at our head coach that year, and I said, we're never going to feel like this again. And so I went hard on recruiting. In my second year, we got 7th in the country and had 6 All-Americans, 1 in the finals, and we're going to be bringing in 40 girls next year. So the growth of women's wrestling is huge. The difference between men's and women's wrestling, by the time that men get to the college level, they've either been coached by good coaches or they're stuck in their routine. In women's wrestling, you see a lot more improvement. It's a mixed martial art, and for somebody to discard it and say that it's not a sport and that girls can't wrestle with guys, it's irrelevant because it's the sport. We're adapting. It's in the Olympics, and it's huge. We had an Olympic medalist this year, Carissa Chun. There's so much good things that are happening in women's wrestling, and you can see so much improvement. When I work with some of our women wrestlers, they're like sponges. They just soak everything up, and that is what makes me love women's wrestling, because there is so much improvement happening on a daily basis, whether it's from a single leg to a simple double leg. Keep it simple, keep it real, and you're going to be blessed by it. And a cool thing about me is that I'm a very conservative guy. I was always grown up in a very republic household, and everything was to the T, and it had to be very conservative. And when I started to get into women's wrestling, my mind started to open, and God started to reveal things to me in His own way. I minister on a daily basis to our women wrestlers. I do a mentoring program for 2 of our women's wrestlers this year and 2 of our men's wrestlers. Paul Timothy study is huge, and it's impacting our team. Next year I'm looking at putting together a mentoring program where our older girls kind of big sister our younger girls, so that they have some guidance and some direction in their life. So Missouri Baptist is a great place to go. We're a small campus university. We run about 12,000 undergrad students. We're based out of St. Louis. We're going to be hosting the 2014-2015 National Championships. Great place to be. The culture in our area, people are excited about our women's team. People see it on campus, all the way from our president, all the way down to our janitors. See that the impact of our women's team, and hopefully by the end of the day we can have a couple girls going to the Pan Ams, maybe the Worlds, and that would be a huge step for our program. Thank you for your time, and